Are you searching for a home and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed? Trust me, I know the feeling. It's tough, it's daunting, and it can be frustrating. But as someone who has been in real estate for several years, I've learned a thing or two. So today, I want to share with you the types of homes that you may want to avoid, so you stay tuned. I got you covered. Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we are going to discuss homes that you may want to avoid when you're considering making that purchase. So let's dive into the video. So number one are flip properties. So I love me a beautiful home, and I'm sure you do too. But there's something about flip properties that just would make me kind of reconsider purchasing one. And I say that because flipped homes often look shiny, they look new, but looks can be deceiving. My mom always told me that. So investors will purchase these homes and make some quick cosmetic changes, and then they'll sell them at a higher price. However, many of these flips are done fast and with little attention to quality. So now I will say this, not all flips are this way, but I have encountered several where, this has been the case. Have you ever walked into a home and you notice like poorly done paint jobs or the kitchen cabinets just don't fit properly? These are signs that it could be a rush job. So if the cosmetic work isn't good, then just imagine the corners that were cut behind the scenes, some of the things that you can't see. So you may find that the plumbing, electrical work, and even structural changes may not meet safety standards. So many flippers don't use licensed contractors or get the necessary permits, leading to potentially dangerous and expensive problems down the road for you. Now, I will say this is not the case for every flip property. There are some investors that really do go in, put the time, the money, the effort into their projects, and the end result is a beautifully redone home that meets all the standards. But there are some that do cut corners, and they just want to hurry up, purchase the home, do a few things, and cash out and sell it for a higher profit. So when considering a flip property, ask for detailed list of the work that was done, who did the work, and if permits were pulled. And most importantly, never skip a home inspection. That is your safeguard against hidden issues. Now, I know I've said this is like the third time, but I will say it again. Not all flips are bad, but just be careful when you're considering purchasing one. So next up on our list are homes that are near busy roads and railways. So you may walk into one of these homes and think, I love this house is perfect, I want to buy it. But you have to be a little realistic here. The constant noise and the traffic can quickly become a major downside. Not only does it affect your quality of life, but it also impacts the home's resale value. So that's something important to think about. So living next to a busy road or train tracks can be a deal breaker for many buyers, reducing the pool of future home buyers if you decide to sell that property. So even if the noise doesn't bother you now, consider how it may affect your ability to sell that home later. And let's not forget about safety concerns, especially if you have young children. So while these homes may be priced a little lower, think about the long-term implications. Sometimes it's worth spending a little more for that peace and quiet. So can you imagine living near train tracks? Just think about that noise when that train comes, going down those train tracks, honking the horn. And it could be, during the middle of the night. So, that's something you really need to think about. So next up on the list are old homes. So I do love older homes because they come with such charm and character that you just don't find in the newly built homes. But as much as I think older homes are beautiful, I wouldn't buy one. It's not I don't think I'll buy one. I wouldn't purchase one for myself. Older homes often come with outdated systems. So we're talking about plumbing and electrical systems that are decades, if not century old, like a century old. And many homes may have lead pipes, which can be a serious health hazard. And replacing all of the plumbing in a home comes with a pretty large price tag, and those costs can quickly add up. So then there's the electrical systems. So many older homes were built with that knob and tube wiring, which is not only outdated, but it also can be dangerous. I've had a client who purchased a home a couple years ago, and that house had that knob and tube wiring, but it cost my clients, it cost them quite a bit to replace it with updated electrical. So another major concern with older homes is asbestos. It was commonly used in insulation, floor tiles and other materials. But asbestos is a health hazard, and removing it requires specialized professionals, which again can be very expensive. So old homes also tend to have charming but sometimes unsafe features like steep staircases, lower ceilings, and a lot of times I've noticed in older homes the fireplaces don't work. So I don't know. So while these things might add character to the house, they can also pose a safety risk. But before we go on to the next home that I think you should avoid, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Lynette Selby, and I am your YouTube real estate agent right here in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina. My goal is to help home buyers with the purchase of their dream home. So if you are considering making a move to the Piedmont Triad area, or if you already live here and thinking about purchasing a home, give me a call. My information is in the description box, and it should pop up like right about now. So let's connect to discuss your real estate goals. But okay, now let's get back to the video. So next, let's talk about flood prone areas. And I can't stress enough how important it is to check to see if a property is in a flood zone. Even if the home has never flooded, there's still a significant risk, particularly with increasing severe weather that we've been seeing. So homes in flood prone areas often come with higher insurance premiums. For example, flood insurance here in North Carolina can vary, but it's generally more expensive than your standard homeowner's insurance. These costs add up and can significantly impact your budget. But it's not just about the insurance. The real concern is the potential for damage from the flooding. Even a small amount of water can cause extensive damage to the structure and the contents inside of the home. Water damage can lead to mold growth, structural issues, and a host of other problems that can be costly and time-consuming to repair. I've heard stories of homeowners who thought they were safe because their property was in a low-risk area, only to experience severe flooding due to an unexpected weather condition. So if you find out that the home is in a flood zone, really think about all of your options. Weigh your pros, weigh your cons, and even if the house seems perfect in every other way, the risk may not be worth it. Always check with your real estate agent to verify the flood status. And I've seen firsthand where a small creek behind a home can cause massive damage to that house. So the creek was located behind the home, and there was a major storm. And the creek, of course, flooded and caused so much damage to that house. The homeowners had to replace the flooring on the bottom levels of the house. They had to replace the stairs, washer, dryer, the freezer, and that freezer was full of food. So all of that had to go. And of course, all of the furniture and all of that stuff was damaged. It was a complete mess. So just think about it, when you're purchasing a home that's in a flood area, and make sure it's really worth the risk. So next up on our list are homes with structural issues. So when I go into a home and I see visible foundation cracks or sagging ceilings or walls that look like they may have shifted a little bit, my immediate thought is we should pass on this one. So structural problems can be incredibly costly and difficult to fix. Sometimes homeowners make changes without proper permits, which is not a good idea, like removing load-bearing walls to create an open floor plan. But without the proper reinforcement, this can lead to some serious issues like ceiling sagging or worse. Always have a professional inspector check for structural issues. Trust me, it is so worth it. So if you do spot any signs of trouble, it's often best to just go ahead and walk away, because those can be some expensive repairs. I know finding the perfect home is tough, and it is easy to get excited about a property, but remember, it's essential to be cautious and to do your due diligence. Avoiding these type of properties can save you from future headaches and that financial strain. So if you are ever unsure, don't hesitate to reach out. I am always here to help you navigate the real estate market and to help you make informed decisions. And if you have any experience or thoughts on what type of homes you should avoid, please share them with me and leave them down in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, you know what I need you to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, click that notification bell so you'll never miss an episode, and even share it if you think there's someone that could, benefit from this type of information. But thank you again for checking me out, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good week. Bye-bye.